How rich people use money. Most people think rich people use money to buy things. But in reality, rich people use money to buy freedom. The biggest difference between rich and poor is not how much they earn. It's how they use their money. Poor people ask, how can I spend this? Rich people ask, how can this money grow? 1. Rich people use money to buy assets, not liabilities. Rich people put their money into assets, things that pay them back. Assets include businesses, real estate, stocks, skills, and intellectual property. Poor people spend money on liabilities, expensive phones, cars, clothes, and lifestyles that look rich but create no income. Rich people may buy luxury too, but only after their assets pay for it. They let money work first, pleasure comes later. 2. Rich people use money to create multiple income streams. Rich people don't depend on one salary. They create multiple streams of income so that if one fails, others continue to pay. This includes passive income, investments, side businesses, and royalties. Poor people rely on a single paycheck and hope it never stops. Rich people design their income so money keeps coming, even while they sleep. 3. Rich people use money to buy time. Time is more valuable than money for the rich. They use money to save time by hiring help, automating tasks, and delegating work. Poor people trade time for money. Rich people trade money for time. That extra time is then used to think, plan, learn, and create more wealth. 4. Rich people use money to learn, not impress. Rich people invest heavily in learning. They buy books, courses, mentors, coaching, and education. They know knowledge creates income. Poor people spend money to impress others, clothes, gadgets, and trends. Rich people spend money to improve themselves, not to prove themselves. 5. Rich people use money to reduce risk, not gamble. Rich people don't gamble, they calculate. They study before investing. They diversify their money, they prepare for losses. Poor people chase quick profits and shortcuts. Rich people focus on long-term stability and sustainable growth. 6. Rich people use money to control debt, not be controlled by it. Rich people understand debt. They use good debt that helps them build assets and income. Poor people use bad debt, credit cards, consumer loans, and emotional spending. Rich people don't let debt control their decisions. They stay flexible, confident, and free. 7. Rich people use money to solve problems. Every dollar for the rich has a purpose. They ask, what problem can this money solve? Problems solved equals value created. Value created equals income earned. Poor people spend money to escape problems temporarily. Rich people use money to eliminate problems permanently. 8. Rich people use money to build systems. Rich people don't work harder, they build systems. Businesses, investments, automation, and teams are systems that work without constant effort. Poor people rely only on effort. Rich people rely on structure. 9. Rich people think long-term. Rich people plan years ahead. They delay gratification. They stay patient. They think in decades, not days. Poor people focus on immediate pleasure. Rich people focus on lasting wealth. 10. Final truth about how rich people use money. Rich people don't worship money, they command it. Money is a tool, not a goal. They use money to create freedom, security, options, and impact. They don't ask how to look rich, they ask how to stay rich. Closing line. If you want to become rich, don't copy how rich people spend. Copy how rich people think, because money flows to those who know how to use it.